Hey guys, good evening. It is the full moon in Virgo tonight, and I'm gonna try to keep this short as possible. I'm gonna be using these oracle cards and these two tarot cards here for messages for each pile. So you have two little you have two mushrooms to choose from. This is mushroom number one. It's a little chubby mushroom here. Little chubby mushroom. Boop. And then the second mushroom is this one holding a leaf. Okay. And I'm gonna go straight into the chubby mushroom first. And we'll take a look at messages from there. So if you chose the chubby mushroom here, hello. I lit my Alice in Wonderland little candle, and so my lighter kind of went off, and it's hard to light this without a lighter, so this is just for show. This is just my cabin incense holder here. So little cozy vibes. So we're gonna have two tarot that I'm gonna shuffle for if you chose this pile. So we're gonna put this over here. If you chose this little mushroom guy, we'll put him on the selenite. I had to wipe away the water because selenite can disintegrate in water. But let's see some messages for the pile number one for their highest good this full moon in Virgo. This is whenever you reach this, these are timeless messages, okay? Or some full moon in Virgo messages. Okay. For this first month. Whoa, that's too many cards here. I'll take that top one. Okay. And underneath that, I see a magician here. I'm using that. We're going to also shuffle this as well for the second mushroom. But I have like a little brooch there. I was sorting out my little trinkets earlier. I had to end up doing it at home because the coffee shop I went is too loud. And then let's see some guidance, what to look forward to, stuff like that. Okay. Well, that's too many cards. Okay, perfect. Oh, I have Ace of Lightning. So some kind of like idea that might happen really fast or quickly here. Maybe some kind of realization or clarity of your mind as well. Okay, so we'll begin with the tarot before we go to the oracle cards and take a look at what your messages are. We'll do tarot this time first. You got strength in reverse with this card tarot. Let's see the other messages. This looks like a lot of mental energy, two of swords. Okay. And then you have the lover cards, but it's in reverse at the moment. Interesting. And so what to look forward to / guidance with the Hocus Pocus tarot. You got the Ace of Potions. Okay. You have the Knight of Pumpkins. Okay, interesting. And I'm going to have to look up the book for this character specifically. And then we got Seven of Potions. So these are like pip cards because there's not too many characters. There are characters based on the movie, but it says Newt Saliva on here and it says 7 of Potions. Okay, so interesting. Let me look up just this one card here. I specifically am interested in looking this up. This Knight of I do read reversals. So this Knight of Pumpkins, I'm curious what is the description of this. So I'm going to read the Hocus Pocus guidebook to see what the author is trying to refer to this. So Knight of Pumpkins upright is about someone who is straightforward and diligent, and usually it's a man. And though he is unable to lead, he follows with absolute loyalty. Aid is dependable, though he may be unusually stubborn about how he provides assistance. It's kind of like my way or the highway kind of energy. possibly. They could be very used and set in their ways. So this, I think this reminds me of like this bully guy in the movie where he's trying to withhold candy from the little kids on purpose. Anyway, that's Ace of Potions. I'll get into the guidance and what to look forward to afterwards. Let's go with what to be expecting at this time or messages. So with this strength in reverse, this cat is yawning, right? But or it looks like he's yawning, but it looks like he's also meowing or roaring, and he has like a hold of this mouse here, and this one is like it's upside down. So maybe there's something testing one's patience here. I'm also hearing domestic, like one phrase, like the one that got away, some idea or concept that got away, something like that is coming to mind for some of you. And the strength in reverse is like how long you can persevere with regards to something. Is if there is a challenge, like how long are you willing to stay in either that situation, or you're kind of like how much more can you endure of something in your current life or situation. So strength is usually like Leo energy, and the lovers is usually Gemini energy. But with this two of swords upright, it's almost like, again, there's some kind of decision here that you are not making possibly, or you're stuck between some two options specifically that's really important, or you're undecided to choose, so you end up maybe not choosing. And you look, this cat is yawning also. Why is his mouth always wide open? There could be opportunities that arise and you're not ready to make a choice here. Usually two of swords is like in irreconcilable differences. So whether it's between you and a person is, or it could be you and like a job, you and something in your life here that is not quite, maybe there's the values are different, you don't see eye to eye on something here. That could be something the case. It's like, for example, your expectations versus reality, kind of like that. Something with regards to there's like a contrast. Let me just move my, I have a cat lamp over here, I'm just moving. So yeah, there's some kind of impasse or being stuck energy here. Well, it's already 7 minutes. And then the lovers in reverse is like, you know, some people, okay, so what message I got for here is that you could be in wrong situations, whatever that is in your life, okay, and it could be a challenge to get yourself out of it if there was too much time and energy put into whatever that situation is, okay, and you're like wondering if the results were worth it, because perhaps like you haven't really like, oh yeah, it's gonna work out well, and then for some reason, okay, there's some imbalance with regards to love. So whether it's imbalance of love to yourself being given, or imbalance of love towards another person, a situation, your life's purpose, something like that, or if not life's purpose, like, or like a hobby, something that you thought that this time and energy would be worth growing into, perhaps there's like a warmth that's gone. Maybe the affection is kind of loosened. It's like genuinity. Can I speak? And then you have a choice to choose love, okay, and things that makes you feel warm and fuzzy, and somehow it's not having that result that you expected or that you thought it would. So it's asking you, like, where are you putting that love? If whether that's a hobby, a job, a calling, certain people in your life, certain situations or energy and time that you are putting into, is it reciprocal, or is it worth that time and effort? Are they acknowledging the work and effort that you're doing? And if not, is it mutual? Like maybe one or the other has feelings, but like it's not even. Something is imbalanced possibly in life here. Or like, for example, a lot of seasonal disorders have like their mood is very much affected by the lack of sun. And you see the reversal with the lovers is like there's could be like a depressive period here for some people, or they chose to maybe give too much of themselves or love that they have no energy left for themselves, or other things that call their attention, right? Whether that's work, whether that's hobbies, your friends, genuine connections, just time for yourself really, or your pet, something like that. Is something is an imbalance. So it's almost like asking you over time that requires endurance. There's a choice perhaps that you have to either prolong a situation more than it needs to, or choose what you love or who you love or what you love to do, and see if it's worth that effort. So these are just questions you can ask yourself. And what to look forward to or guidance with Ace of Potions is like there's renewal of what lights you up. Like, what lights you up? This eyeball is glowing in the dark here, and then your hand is going towards it. So like, what are you gravitating towards? And you have to kind of like reflect and analyze, like, am I drawn towards this glowing eyeball, for example, or whatever the situation is in your life, because it just looks appetizing, but is it actually good for me? Is it going to serve me a greater purpose after, all is said and done? Like, is it going to be a temporary one, or is it going to be long-term results? And so what lights you up is pretty much the answer to this Ace of Potions, and what gives you like energy and like joy in your life, and ask yourself why that is the case. So these are questions to ask yourself here. This could be like a renewal somehow of your energy, or like if you were bored in your life for a long time, perhaps there's like something new that like a new hobby or something of interest that will kind of pique your curiosity, and that will maybe give you a little bit of energy physically or mentally here. Then with this Knight of Pumpkins, is like, again, the guidebook was mentioning a very rigid behavior, possibly, or very much into the routine. And sometimes routine is like, it can get a bit dull. So there might be something to do to spice that up, possibly, put energy back into things that might seem stale or routine. And sometimes we can't help it, but we have to do some of the boring stuff so that we can do the fun things, or make room for the fun things. And then we have Seven of Potions. So there's different, sometimes so many choices, and then we end up with an not analysis paralysis, but like sometimes I also hear the phrase like dipping your hands in many pots. Like, you could be multitasking, but like you're spreading your energy thin, for example, or if you have many options of something, whether it's work, people, or something like that, maybe you spreading yourself too thin, and to see where it is that you are maybe daydreaming and then not putting stuff into action is another one. But Seven of Potions is wait, is this the Wands card, or is this the Water card? I think this is the water one. Okay, so because it's liquid, Seven of Potions is almost like overwhelmed with choices, and to see like why is it you're overwhelmed, and maybe that's why you can't make a decision on what to do. You're kind of like frozen in a way. So what to look forward to is that you may have many opportunities and choices here to find things that bring you quite a bit of joy, or surprising joy, that you feel is like a light in your life, or that renews your hope, and it makes you better yourself in some way. And something that will be, you might think it's not attainable because these kids are reaching for something that they seem to not be able to reach, but there might be an opportunity that will allow them to have some candy here, and it could be through different like avenues that you were not expecting. Okay, oops. Okay, I'm gonna look at the oracle cards now because I've been rambling for 14 minutes. So we have the Witch with the Healer here. There could be a lot of healing energy surrounding you at this time. There could be a healing activity that you find very healing. We also have a bird here. I love black birds, specifically ravens, and not just because of like a Ravenclaw in Harry Potter, but this could be like a harbinger of change. It could be loved ones in heaven, or whatever you believe in, that come to pay you a visit, and you will see signs from them as well. Blackbirds also can sometimes indicate, death, the spiritual realm of the dead, something like that. And witches are not, before they were very much outcasted. Now it's kind of like trendy, but for me, spiritual matters have always been something of a reverence for me. I find it very healing. Also, it's almost like going within yourself to see what you can do to help heal yourself, because people who are inspiring, they help to motivate others to better themselves. They also motivate others to heal themselves from whatever thing is bothering them, or like that's hurting them as well. So it's like empowering you to be your best version of yourself without, having to rely on others, or whether or not you need to go to the forest. This looks like the witch is foraging for some ingredients here. You might have to put some stuff together in order to heal something in your current or past, that is needing to heal to move forward, whether that's mental, physical, or emotional here. Then we have villain. You can always rewrite the story. So perhaps there is a story that you've been telling yourself for a really long time, that, oh, because of this, that I can't be that. Like, you have to now, because this full moon, we actually are in a full moon right now. You could see like what phrases, and there's music here, what phrases or things are you saying to yourself that you're listening to from others or yourself, for example, that you are absorbing and trying, and like you are believing to be true when it's not, or not believing what's true that's being said to you because you think it's too good to be true, or like perhaps it's the opposite. Maybe you feel like a lot of bad things happen to you and therefore you don't deserve good. So things like that, things that you say or you hear from others or yourself, that could be kind of preventing you from, with these waves, is like moving with the tides. Like if you needed to have a long awaited change, you might be stopped by like your ego talking, which ego isn't always the bad thing. Sometimes ego is there to protect you. It's usually made because it's trying to protect you from either getting hurt or from danger, right? So just to pay attention to what you're listening to, and also music possibly could be affecting you as well to help heal your mood for some people, because we have the witch healer here. And the last oracle card you guys have is Burning Bowl Ritual. So this is using the element of fire, or you could light a candle, for example. Fire might be something you can do by gazing at the flame, and it can kind of put you in a meditative state. Something that will help slow you down. Some people, okay, not just witches here, but there's a thing where you can burn in a fireproof bowl, of course, any intentions you would like to have, or like burn away any kind of bad habits that you feel is a detriment to your well-being. So whether that's physical, mental, or spiritual, psychological, it's up to you what that is, to help you burn away any bad habits or ways of thinking or behavior that's maybe preventing you from healing yourself, and any kind of categorizing that you have put yourself or others in that is also preventing you from moving on with your life, or to live your best life, okay, or seeing a light in a situation, with this light coming through the forest. So there's that. So I hope these messages were interesting, guys. I'm gonna pull a little bit of charm casting because it's been a while since I have pulled this. And we'll move on straight to mushroom number 2. We'll just do a small charm casting. So we have the number 1. So looking out for number 1. The red dot reminds me of Japan as well. Some of you guys might like something that's from Japan, whether it's cars or it could be if not cars, what could this thing be? It could be like anime, something like that. It's made in Japan. It's Japanese food, something like that. Looking out for number 1, really, and also paying attention to red flags about anything. Then you got a bow. So something, this here is like, this is very classy, a little elegant and cute to me. So it's like taking time out of your day to, you could put a little bit of style or something in your day, something that will make you feel better as well, to act in a also, not necessarily classy way, but in a way that you can maintain your dignity, to be like, kind of like regal. Something that you want here, the words are want and why do you want something, or why do you want something or someone or a situation to happen to your life. And there's an initial A there. What does it say? Oh, I want, wow, there's want twice here. I want you first, something. So there, something about desire here is coming up. This is daydreaming energy here, having daydreams or physical dreams. And this bell is kind of reminding you, okay, of your subconscious trying to reach you. Like, hi, I'm trying to reach you, but your extended warranty is things you need to get done as well. And you have the initial I or 1. Or then you have love, so this could be surrounding love. Possibly what you love to do. Nuts and bolts here. So this could be like putting things together, fixing something that might be broken, possibly. And like something very practical this reminds me of. Okay, so that's what messages I have for mushroom number 1. And I'm going to go now to mushroom number 2. I will first post mushroom number 1 on YouTube because I don't know if I have enough time on my phone to do mushroom number 2. So just in case, I will just end this video and we'll go to mushroom number 2 on the next upload. Thanks, mushroom number 1. Happy full moon in Virgo, guys. Or whenever you guys see or hear this message. Bye.